Weymouth isn't just seaside and sand, it's history. I've discovered an interesting person to do with Weymouth history. Somebody who made an effect on the world that he isn't really talked about. Join me as I tell you his story. Weymouth in the late 19th century was a bustling seaside town divided historically between Weymouth and Melcombe Regis before becoming one united borough. It was here on July 9th, 1890 that William Thomas Crespinel was born. We don't exactly know the house where he entered this world, but somewhere among these streets a future film pioneer took his first breath. As a teenager, Crespinel was already experimenting, not with film as we know it today, but with something more ambitious: colour. At the turn of the 20th century, films were silent and almost entirely in black and white. By 1906, Crespinel had joined one of the earliest colour film ventures, Kinemacolor. This was actually cutting-edge technology of the time, using filters and clever tricks to simulate colour on screen. But it wasn't perfect. The image flickered. Colours weren't always accurate. And so the challenge remained. Years later, Crespinel would help solve that problem. In 1932, he developed a new system called Cinecolor. This process allowed filmmakers to shoot colour film using a standard camera, something that had never truly been done before. It worked using something called a bipack process. Two strips of film running together, capturing colour in a practical, affordable way. And suddenly, colour cinema became accessible to everyone. Crespinel didn't just invent the process, he built a company around it and became its president. For years, Cinecolor would compete with bigger systems like Technicolor, offering a cheaper alternative that brought colour films to a much wider audience. From humble beginnings in Weymouth, Crespinel's journey took him across the Atlantic. His work helped shape the American film industry and influenced how audiences experienced cinema for decades. Eventually he retired in 1948, having played a key role in one of the greatest revolutions in film history. He would live a long life, passing away in Laguna Beach, California in 1987, age 96. So, here's the question. Why isn't William Thomas Crespinel a household name? Perhaps because history remembers the biggest brands, not always the innovators behind the scenes. But without pioneers like Crespinel, colour cinema might have taken a very different path. And this is where you come in. I need your help. I'd love to see a blue plaque placed here in Weymouth, as close as possible to the birthplace of William Thomas Crespinel. It would be a simple marker, but it would be to honour a man who helped bring colour to the world. But to do that, we need to find a location. So if you have any information, local records, family history, or clues about where he was born, please get in touch. Of course, anyone who helps will be fully credited here on WeyComm TV. From Weymouth to Hollywood and into film history. This has been Peter at WeyComm TV. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.